Hello, good morning friends. Welcome back to your favorite channel Code1 Digest. Today in this tutorial, I'll explain you how can we install and set up Postgres database in Google Cloud. Okay friends, in this tutorial, I'll show you step by step how to install Postgres DB in Google Compute Engine Virtual Machine. We will learn how to set up Google Virtual Machine, how to download Postgres DB in Google Virtual Machine, and then how to install it in Google Virtual Machine, how to configure Postgres database in Google Virtual Machine, and then how to open Firewall Port to connect to Postgres database in Google Compute Engine Virtual Machine. Right friends? So stay tuned and watch this tutorial till end. If you want to learn Google Cloud, if you want to learn Google Compute Engine Virtual Machine, if you want to learn Postgres database, then this is a tutorial for you. Right friends? So watch this tutorial till end. It is going to be very informative and very useful tutorial for you. Okay friends? Okay friends, so here is the agenda of this tutorial today. I'll explain you what is Google Compute Engine Service. Then I'll explain you the architecture, what we are trying to achieve in today's tutorial. I'll show you step by step how to create Google Compute Engine virtual machines in Google Cloud Platform. Then we will connect to Google Compute Engine Virtual Machine using SSH. We will download and install Postgres DB in Google Compute Engine. After installation, we will be configuring Postgres DB to accept connection from external host. We will be opening firewall ports. Finally, we'll be testing the connection and then we'll conclude our video. Right friends? So stay tuned and watch this tutorial till end. Okay friends, so here is the architecture of the tutorial today. Okay, so we are trying to achieve this in today's tutorial. We will be setting up Google Compute Engine Virtual Machine first, and then we'll be installing the Postgres DB in that virtual machine, and then we'll be opening the firewall port 5432 so that it accepts the connection from external world. As a user, I'll be connecting to Postgres DB on a specific port of my virtual machine external IP and port, and then we'll validate that connection is established or not. So this is a very simple exercise that we want to do. Okay friends, so let's start. Let's set up the virtual machine first. Friends, let's spend 1 minute on understanding what is Google Compute Engine Virtual Machine first. Google Compute Engine is a computing and hosting service that allow users to create and run virtual machine on Google infrastructure. GCE is a type of infrastructure as a service. We call it IaaS. GCE enables user to launch virtual machine of required size on demand. GCE provide a scalable number of virtual machines to serve a large compute cluster. So it provides out of the box many different configuration. We can choose one as per our requirement. GCE VM can be launched from a standard image or custom image created by user. GCE is also used by popular Google service like Google Search Engine, Gmail, YouTube and other services. Right friends? So Google Compute Engine is a service that provides us a virtual machine as per our requirement. Right friends? Friends, before we proceed with Google Compute Engine Virtual Machine setup, I want to tell you that I have already created one tutorial to run and deploy Node.js API in Google Virtual Machine. So I have created this tutorial. It's already available in my channel. You can go and watch if you want to set up Google Compute Engine, wants to deploy and run Node.js API in that VM. Right friends? So go and watch this tutorial. The link is there on your screen and also given in the description section of this video. Right friends? So let's not waste any more time and let's directly jump to create our Google Compute Engine. Friends, before we proceed in this video, I request you to subscribe this channel to grow Code1 Digest family. Friends, I am creating a lot of quality videos on programming, coding concepts, design pattern and design principles, cloud and container technologies, but I'm not getting subscribers. I request you to like, share and subscribe this channel so that I can grow our Code1 Digest family. Thank you. Okay friends, so I have logged in into my Google Cloud Platform console. You can also log in into your Google Cloud Platform and then follow the instruction along with me. Right friends? So the very first thing that we have to search here is Compute Engine, right? And then it will take us to a Compute Engine dashboard. So right now I don't have any instance running. I don't have any virtual machine running here. So you can see a button in front of you, create instance, to create a virtual machine instance. We can also create instance through Cloud Shell, and in my previous tutorial I have created the instance using commands from the Cloud Shell. If you want to do that, you can follow that video, but in this tutorial I'll be creating it manually using this forms. Okay, so click on create instance button. You will see a form to fill, right? So let me give a name of the instance, that is Postgres DB server. Let it be with the default region here, any zone, as this is a demo, hence I'm not changing it, but you can select the region and zone as per your requirement. And now here there are different images available to select which particular image I want to pick, right? So I'm going for E2, that is low cost day-to-day computing, right? And it is having this much of memory and space available, right? So I'll go with this as this is a demo application, right? And then machine type, it is taking 2 CPU, 1 core and 4 GB RAM. I'm going with the default one. I don't want to change that. If you want to create it for your production, then you can select the configuration as per your need. So there are a lot of high-end configuration is available here that you can select, right? I'm keeping all the configuration default. The most important thing to check here is boot disk. Okay, if you see here, the image it has selected by default is Debian operating system. I would like to change it to Ubuntu because I'll be doing that on Ubuntu operating system. So first you select the Ubuntu operating system here. There are long list of operating system available. I'm selecting Ubuntu and it is taking the version 20. That's fine. And then I'm selecting this, right? So now you can see it has changed the image to Ubuntu 20. So we'll be installing our Postgres DB on Ubuntu operating system. All our commands will work with Ubuntu operating system, right friends? So make sure you are changing the image, and the rest of the thing I'm keeping as is. We'll be creating firewall rule later, but I'll say allow HTTP and HTTPS traffic and then just say create. Okay, so it will create instance for me. It will take a couple of minutes to spin the machine. Just give a minute for platform to create a virtual machine for you, right? Once it is created, then we will logging into the machine and then we'll start installing the Postgres DB, right friends? Okay friends, so now the instance is created. If you can see here, this is the internal IP and this is the public IP of this virtual machine, 34.66.50.24. And now what we'll do is we'll log into this box and then install the Postgres DB. So let us do that. You can select SSH to connect to this virtual machine. Say open in browser window, right? So it will open a new fresh browser window for you and it will ask for certain permissions to allow you to log into this machine, right? So you just authorize it. Yeah, so I am logged into that box. So this is the machine. I don't have anything here right now and I'm in a home directory. Okay friends, so now what we'll do is we will download and install the Postgres DB. Okay friends, so now the very first thing that we have to do is to create certain links for Postgres DB to install. So let me show you the instructions. So this is the very first command, sudo apt install -y postgres -common and then sudo this command to create a link. You don't worry, I'll be sharing all these commands in the description section of this video. Okay friends, so you will have all the instructions available for you to install PostgreSDB in the description section. You can use there. You can refer that instructions. Okay, let me copy this and then I'll go here and just paste it. Say enter. Friends, so the link is created and now we are ready to download and install the PostgreSDB. So leave this and now let me run the other command. So this is a command to install our Postgres now. Let me copy this and now I'll paste it here. And say yes. So it is downloading and installing it. It will take a couple of minutes to install it. And it will be creating all its file in /etc Postgres folder where it will have its own data directory and all the configuration file will be available there. We will go and configure PostgreSDB there, right? So if you see the installation is done and just to validate, you can see that just go to /etc Postgres. Yes, you can see it is available and then 12 version main. Yes, so it has all these files available. You can see there is a Postgres conf and there is a HBA conf. We are going to modify these two files, right? So installation is done and now next step is to configure the PostgreSDB as per our requirement. Very first thing that we'll do is we'll try to connect Postgres database using PSQL command so that we can change the password of our Postgres. Yeah, so I'm into Postgres. You see this is my Postgres editor using PSQL command, right? And now using this command I'll be altering the password of my PostgreSDB and I'll be setting password as Postgres, right? So let me do that because we'll be using this password to connect to PostgreSDB. So I'm using command alter user Postgres with password Postgres. The role is modified and now the password is changed. Now next thing that we'll do is we'll open the postgres.com file and we'll add this so that it accepts the connection from all the machines. So exit from this editor and just for safer side I'll be taking a backup. So you do sudo cp postgres conf postgres original. I'm just keeping it safe. Same way sudo cp pg underscore hba conf pg underscore hba conf hyphen orig. Right, this is done and now I'll open postgres conf to add that line. Yes, so you see that listening address. So at this line we'll be adding a new line just above that. Okay, I'll say enter and then I'll copy that and I'll paste it here. Yes, so I've added it. Just save and exit. Yes, I saved it and exit it. Yes, so it is saved. Now we have to add this entry to accept connection from all the IP. So we'll do that in HBA sudo vi pg underscore hba dot conf. So here we'll be adding it at this line. Let's add it. We're saying accept the connection from all and say save it and exit, right? So this is done. That means we have configured the PostgreSDB, but after making this change we have to restart the Postgres service. So let's do that. We'll restart the Postgres service, but let us see what is the service right now, whether it is running or not. So let us see. The command to see here is ctl status. So it's running. So now what I'll do is we'll restart this restarting and now just confirm whether it is running or not. So it says active and running, that means it is fine. That means we have successfully restarted it. Okay friends, so we are almost done with the Postgres configuration in our virtual machine. Now the most important step is to open the firewall. Let us do that. Let's open the firewall for port 5432 because we know Postgres runs on port 5432. Okay, so let us do that. Let us open the firewall for port 5432. So we have to go back to our Google console. So if you see, I'm here and this is a virtual machine. You click on this three dots and you can see more option, and you can see on view network details. Click on that. It will show us the firewall. So if you see, this is the firewalls we have. Click on the firewall here. So there is an option here to create a firewall policy. Let us do that. Right now all these policies are active, but now we'll be creating for ingress 5432 port. So we'll do that. Policy name is allow Postgres DB traffic, and then it will be global. Let's say continue. We want to create a firewall rule. Yes, let's create a firewall rule, and we'll say priority 1 ingress, that is for incoming traffic, allow, logged on, target, apply to all, source. So we'll say from any IP, that means 0.0.0.0/0. Okay, so it will accept requests from, it will allow requests coming from any IP. Yeah, and then protocol and port, right? So I'm saying allow all because this is a demo application, but a specific protocol we can say, you can say TCP and then you can give a port 5432, but for now I'm saying allow all. Say create. So this rule number 1 is created. It is allowing traffic from all the IP on all the protocol and port, right? This is done, and say continue. Associate policy with VPC network. So it will be a default, yes, because our VM is running on default network VPC. Associate and say continue, and now let's create it. So it is creating a firewall port for us, right? Creating allow PG DB traffic firewall policy, right friends? It will take a minute. Once this is done, then we'll try to connect Postgres DB in virtual machine from our local, right friends? So it is saying it is created now. Let us go back to our compute engine, and what we need is the public IP. So this IP I'll take, and now I'll try establishing connection from my local machine to the Postgres running in this virtual machine. Okay friends? Okay friends, so I have copied the IP address, and now I'll try establishing the connection from my local to the Postgres DB running in this virtual machine. So I'm using DB viewer, and this is my connection form where I'm saying Postgres GCP. This is a driver, and this is my connection string JDBC Postgres. This is the IP address. If you see, this is the IP address 34665024 is the external IP address of virtual machine 346650.24, right? And port is 5432. Database name is Postgres, right? User is Postgres, right? And this is a default database. Let us try connecting to this database. Say OK. Edit this connection. So this is the IP address of my virtual machine. This is a port. Postgres is the database, Postgres is the user, and Postgres is the password. It is using the same driver configuration that I have created just now. This is our JDBC string with that VM IP address. Right, now let's try connecting it. Test connection. Yes, so it seems it is successful. Say OK, and now we can connect to the database and see available databases and schemas. Okay friends, so now it is connected successfully to the Postgres DB running in Google Cloud Platform in virtual machine. So if you open this database, you will see Postgres. This is one of the database, default database we have, and it has public schema available and there is no table. We can create one table, say open new SQL script. So I'm creating this test table. I'm creating this table car. Okay, just say run it. Yes, so it is created. Let us refresh. Yeah, so car is created. Now select star from cars. Yeah, so it has all this table. That means friends, we have successfully installed and set up Postgres database in Google Virtual Machine. So in this demonstration, as I explained you, what all the steps to install to set up the Google Compute Engine Virtual Machine, how to install Postgres database in virtual machine, how to configure Postgres database to allow connection from a specific IP and IP addresses, how to open Firewall Port to allow connection from all the IP addresses, and then we have tested the connectivity from our local to database running in virtual machine. Right friends? So if you like this video, give it a thumbs up, and if you are new to the channel, so do subscribe to my channel to grow Code One Digest family. Okay friends? Friends, it's always a good practice to do a cleanup of our resources in cloud, as we have created this just for a demo purpose, just for learning purpose. Then it is always a good practice to delete these resources as we are not using after this demo, right? So to delete the virtual machine, click on these three dots, okay, and then you will see option to delete the server. Click on that and it will be deleting the virtual machine for us. So it will take a minute or so to delete the server. Okay friends, so instance is deleted now. You can see there is no virtual machine running. So it's always a good practice to delete all the resources that you are creating for your learning purpose. Right friends? So keep watching Code One Digest. Friends, if you like this video, so give it a thumbs up and subscribe to this channel for the more interesting videos. Click on the bell icon for the latest video notifications, and do not forget to share this video with all your friends and colleagues. This is very useful information for students, beginners and software engineers. I am putting a lot of efforts in creating these contents, so please help me growing the Code One Digest family. Please subscribe to Code One Digest channel for the latest programming and technology related videos. Thank you.